Um, Ever wonder why some stories just stick with you?
Um,
Um, the the television landscape is crowded, but occasionally an episode transcends entertainment, becoming a cultural touchstone. Um, and for many, that episode is Fishes from the second season of FX's The Bear. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. When The Bear first premiered in 2022, led by Jeremy Allen White as Carmi Brazato, it quickly gained attention. Um, the show followed Carmi, a talented chef, returning to Chicago to run his brother's sandwich shop. Uh, Audiences were captivated by the show's raw energy and the found family dynamic within the kitchen. The series masterfully balanced comedy and drama, tackling themes of trauma and mental health. Uh, However, recent seasons have faced backlash, seemingly abandoning the comedic elements that initially defined the show. And despite this shift, it's crucial to remember the heights the bear is capable of reaching, as demonstrated by Fishes. Um, the, what Fishes is, a perfect hour of television. And when we first meet Parmi, he carries um, unmatched culinary skills, sort of a nicotine habit, and a heavy burden of family trauma. Um, much of this stems from his brother Michael's suicide, but the roots of his pain run much deeper. Season 2, episode 6, Fishes shines a spotlight on the why. It's the first flashback episode in the series, taking place 5 years before the main events. The episode centers on what is arguably the most tense and anxiety inducing Christmas dinner ever depicted on screen. Carmi's unstable and alcoholic mother, Donna, descends into a drunken frenzy while preparing the feast of the seven fishes. While her adult children are left to manage her emotions and escalating tensions among family members, culminating in a corrosive dinner that ends with Donna driving her car into the Seasant house. Um, and because if, and then Fishes is the master class in building conflict. Every glass of wine Donna pours feels like adding another bullet to a loaded gun. The fact that it unfolds during a family holiday dinner is brilliant, as it's a universally relatable scenario filled with stress and familiar beats. Yet, while relatable, the episode is also uniquely specific to the bear, heartbreakingly revealing the backstory that explains why Carmi and his sister Natalie are the way they are. We see that the trauma didn't begin with Mikey's death, but was deeply ingrained long before, as his volatility left little room for anyone else. It's no surprise that both John Bernthal and Jamie Lee Curtis won Emmys for their performances. And at its most unsettling, Fishes feels like a horror movie with Donna as the monster everyone desperately wants to escape. Yet Curtis also portrays Donna's pain, eliciting both empathy and heartbreak. The ensemble cast shines with stellar performances from Eben Moss Backrack, Maddie Matheson, and Oliver Platt. The starry newcomers, Bob Odenkirk, Jillian Jacobs, John Mulaney, and Sarah Paulson seamlessly fit into the world of the show. Fishes marked a turning point for the bear. And before this episode, the series focused on Carmy processing his trauma. Genesis Fishes showed how that trauma came to be, shifting the narrative towards Carmy's journey toward healing. Unfortunately, that journey has veered into dour territory. And then while Carmy's struggles are understandable, it's frustrating for a self-proclaimed comedy. And Fishes may be a phenomenal episode that changed television, but like Carmy, it's time for the bear to move forward. Fishes was followed by another masterpiece. Season 2, episode 7, Forks sees Carmy sending Richie, Mikey's best friend, to Ever for a crash course in fine dining. If Fishes provides one of the best backstories in TV history, then Forks does the same with redemption arcs. And Richie, once the show's most unlikable character, was an aggressive bully, stubbornly clinging to control. Forks changed that. His training at Ever was the purpose, gave him purpose, showing him the value of contributing to a team. By the end of the episode, Richie triumphantly belts out Taylor Swift's love story in his car, A New Man. While the bear seemed intent on continuing the depressing tone of Fishes, it really should have built on Forks instead. It was hailed as one of the best television episodes of all time, precisely for its uplifting nature. Let's hope that the upcoming season 5 is less Fishes, more Forks. Speaking of kitchens, did you hear about the chef who only made puns? He was always seasoning his jokes perfectly, mister. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.